When we had last left Team Bhaal, their exploration of Baldur's Gate's lower city continued ever onwards, this time with them searching through the wreckage of Philgrave's fireworks store, and then moving further along toward the river and Bay Harbor area. It was there that they found a strange abandoned old mansion, one which had a weird little hole by which they could barely perceive. And they snuck inside, and what was in there but a strange bunch of mummies and ghouls and all kinds of people who apparently were really stinky. And now, with them all killed, it seemed like actually they wouldn't stay killed. It seemed like one would come back to life, and probably wouldn't be too happy about it. Nonetheless, now it was time to look through all their crap. This is Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back. Let's unhide that and begin looking through their crap. Ancient Servant. Can we debrief with everyone about this?
Darling?
I guess not. Okay. Let's see. Pile of mummy. Scroll of animate dead. Guess I'll take it. Thing in this row of books, an inscrutable journal. This worn leather-bound journal smells of moisture and rotting vegetation. Only a few loose pages are legible, blood having soaked through the others. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like if I zoom in close enough, I don't hear the exterior. We've followed Musha Reeb's instructions so far, but something feels odd. We've encountered no creatures along the way, only alien noises from all directions. Sleep evades us, and the muck on my boots has hardened into a permanent feature. Hopefully we find something. Lost more hair this morning. I knew there were side effects to coming back, but I didn't expect it to be so. Ellipses. Iraq. I hear him laughing. The lamentations of the Omuans droning like a chorus. What is the purpose of this hellhole? He speaks through the walls, the ceiling, the floor. Is he the tomb? Is he? Ellipses. On the last legible page is a crudely drawn charcoal outline of a bearded devil's face. Its mouth agape. Silent scream. Okay. Send that to camp. So they were being punished by being here, huh? Maybe. You got a key. Small iron key. Well. Else here, a silver tray. I'll take it. Sort our inventories real quick, too. There. Books back here. Lessons for Sensible Living 12. Zariel's Fall. I don't think we've read any of these other issues. It may be a weird case where you can't find any other issue of this, right? You only get this one. A slim, cheaply constructed book. The front cover is decorated with an engraving of a grimacing man holding a tankard of ale. The foreword to this brief account of Zariel's fall captures the tone of the entire text. Greetings, sensible folk. Already I can detect grumbling and the agitated rattle of pipe stem against teeth. A lesson dedicated to an Archduke of Avernus? Has Harrington taken leave of his senses? Quiet your complaints. I assure you, I have not. It is true that cosmic occurrences are often insensible by their very nature, but the tale of Zariel strikes close to home. In her downfall, you will be reminded of those haughty, do-gooding neighbors and acquaintances who rightfully arouse your suspicions. One moment they are suggesting you grow turnips rather than potatoes on that fallow patch, and the next, they have their kitchen knife strapped to their belt and are suggesting you explore the abandoned crypt behind Giles's farm. In short, Zariel was a celestial being tasked with monitoring the ebb and flow of the Blood War, of which more in volume... oh god, what is this? 21? Yeah. Of which more in volume 21, matters of little importance to sensible folk. Observing was not righteous enough for Zariel, though, and she took it upon herself to become directly involved. Like the oaf who sees two fellows fighting over a spilled tankard of ale, and, rather than applauding their efforts, cracks their skulls together and causes a tavern-wide brawl. I'm not sure if that is 21. Is that 21? Maybe. Maybe like... yeah, maybe... yeah, what else could it be? Okay. She invaded Avernus, was defeated, and now rules there, corrupt and wicked. What can sensible folk learn from this foolish tale? It is obvious. Do not strive to correct what cannot be corrected. Do not look to distant lands and conflicts, but to your fields, your family, and your friends. There is nothing but misery to be gained from interfering in the hardships of others. Harrington Nathalan. Okay, let's send that to camp. Scroll of Fear. Send it to Gale. Servant here. Thing on them. Schools of Magic. Necromancy. Looks like these all fell out of the destroyed shelves. It's all coins of treaties. We've read that before. Schools of Magic and Necromancy.
So what exactly?
No school of magic has been more maligned than that of necromancy. Often believed to be the school of sadists, the school of necromancy explores the balance between... we've read this before. Back at Sorcerer's Sundries, right? Okay. Good. Therapeutics. An excerpt from Margaret Ogie's Therapeutics. Discussions with the... what the hell? Oniomancer yield nothing of merit so far. New incense and hallucinogens trigger nothing. Another fruitless day. Something's happened. The Oniomancer ingested something one of her own clients recommended. She refuses to divulge the name of the substance, but her dreams were scrawled on the nearby blank canvas as we'd intentioned. Here is what the painting shows. Depictions follow of weird, lumbering shapes sailing over cities, metal windmills attached to their sides, and here, oblongs fitted with wheels tearing locomotive across a track, and here, a mechanized person waving directly at the viewer. Okay, I think we did actually read that very early on, right? That last part was familiar to me.
So what exactly?
I don't really know, but I was up to no good, lurching this way and that.
So I'm gonna add that to wares. Here. Books. The Folly and the Fall. A faded handbill advertising the works of the sharp-tongued traveling troupe. I think we've read this one, right? Yeah. About Netheril. A primer on mystical or mythical beasts. This thick, gold-trimmed tome is embossed with decorative outlines of fantastical beasts. Alright, yeah, I have read. Okay, here. Send that to Gale. Scroll of Eyebite. Good. Poet unveils review. Seen that? Oh dear, where am I going to... Okay, well, you know what? I'm not gonna get it yet. Cabinet, some weave moss, and a head. Whole body depiction of a tiefling. Better add it. shells with nothing. Nobleman regards us. Oh.
Don't be shy.
Hey, you know what? Before I forget, let's do a short rest.
Well, some rest's better than none.
Okay. As if expecting you to do something interesting. Oh, we did read that one. We've seen this one. We bore witness to it.
Me?
Padded throne. Okay.
Have a lot on my mind.
Nothing good with this chest.
In it.
Pick it. Okay, there we are. Pretty tough to pick. We got it nonetheless. Torch of Revocation. What? Huh. This staple of any worthwhile exorcist burns with a pale flame that destroys the anchors of troublesome ghosts in need of banishment. And it is a club, +1. 1d4 bludgeoning, 1d4 necrotic. Okay, guess I'll take it. We might need it. Exercise its body parts or whatever. Okay, these lightning resist, malice, wizard bane, oil. Send them to Karlach. Acquisitions record. What follows is a musty list of items, use, client, and location. Items to be acquired. Doll of the Necromancer, Reanimation, Ashtha, Geldij, Eshperta, Bone of Abyssal Depth, Soul Settlement, Fithwin Kendrick, Moonshay, Torch of Revocation, Burning of Tormented Spirits Anchor, Oscar Fervus, Baldur's Gate. Oh. Okay. So these are different locations then. Soul Settlement, Reanimation, Burning of Tormented Spirits Anchor. Okay, I'll send it to camp. There's a Spirit's Anchor we have to be concerned with, I guess. Portrait of a Noble Before Its Death. We've seen that one. Well.
Don't waste a step.
Wine Goblet. Okay, I will take it, I guess. Goblet there. Sure. Okay. Oh, wow, look at all this. Armor of the Spore Keeper. Yo, okay. Light armor. Malefic fungi. Or fungi, even. Spelled strangely. The wearer gains a +1 bonus to spell save DC, and when dealing necrotic damage, they deal an additional 1 necrotic damage. Spore Sacs. While imbued with symbiotic entity, you can spread Bibberbang spores, Timask spores, and Haste spores. Oh, wow. Cool. So this is an item very specific to being used with the Shroomage subclass of Druid. Wow, so all of the spores that we had seen before, you can spread them. How does one do it? Wow, haste spores are a bonus action. Huh. Haste spores. Yeah, that is really powerful. Wow. Huh. Befuddle? What does that do? Affected entity can't control its actions and wanders around without direction. Bibberbang is explosive now. Yeah. Noxious fumes. Deal 1d4 poison per turn. Creatures must succeed a con save throw or take an additional 2d4 poison. On a successful save, the target still takes half. Yeah, this is really good. According to one story, this armor was enriched by the cascading spores of a myconid sovereign, its great fungal head shimmering and twinkling as it shook upon the material. Yeah, this is an amazing item. Like, it's so good, being able to throw out haste spores as a bonus action, even if for one turn. is ridiculous. Like, imagine this. God, yeah, like, could you keep doing it? I mean, the scary part is that it's for any creature that enters the cloud, the cloud there. So is this one turn? Are those the spores that exist in the world, or is that the haste effect that persists on the character? Right? I assume it's the spores that exist physically within the world that you have to enter to get the effect. They last for one turn, and the haste effect itself maybe lasts like the normal 10. What else is cool is that it doesn't afflict you with, what do you call it, with lethargic when it wears off. Yeah. I'm kind of tempted to have Jaheira swap back now. It's so powerful. Yeah. And thanks to Symbiotic Entity, you are always dealing necrotic. Something to think about. Should I just send it to... No, I'll send it to camp. Rusty key. This key has a necromantic aura and reeks of decay. Does it? Karlach. A key. Small iron key. Cool hat. Hood of the Weave. Arcane enchantment. You gain a +2 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Oh, okay. Worn by the wizard Tensor when he was inducted into the Circle of Eight. After... How do I know Tensor? Yeah, why do I know Tensor? Tensor's magical orb or something, right? Why do I know that? I can't do that, can I? Can I shoot a Tensor something or other? Worn by the wizard Tensor when he was inducted into the Circle of Eight. After the ceremony in which his fellow wizards Autoluke and Bigby played a trick on Tensor, the two pranksters found their party vodkas spiked with a spell that transformed their earlobes into cynical pixies. Okay. Well, who should we give this to? I guess Jaheira could maybe benefit. Veil of the Morning. It's clothing. Let the undead blanch with fear! Exclamation mark. Undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you have advantage on saving throws against their actions and spells. Turn undead. It's incredibly specific. Crafted from celestial feathers, bottled sunlight, and ink from the pages of sacred scripture. It's a wonder the maker didn't hang cloves of garlic from this robe. So anathema is it to the undead. Send that to camp. Staff of Cherished Necromancy. Whoa, okay. Heightened Necromancy. Creatures have disadvantage on save throws against your necromancy spells. Life Essence Harvest. When the wielder kills a hostile creature with a spell, they greedily absorb its energy and gain life essence until their next long rest. Yeah, so this is not unlike the Spore Robe situation. This one gives you some bonuses to being like a necromantic wizard. Are some of the Spore Druid spells classified technically as necromancy? Could it be? Like, do druids have access to necromancy flagged spells? Maybe. Unlike their father, Tybalt, Cherish Hollow was not afraid of zombies. Cherish was afraid of sharks, licorice, wallpaper, Netherese artifacts, hats large, the outdoors, the indoors, hats small, and milk pails. Zombies were a bloody picnic. Okay. Send that to camp. Can we have Karlach pick that thing up? It will come back to life. What if, right? What if we're carrying it around with us and when it comes back to life? What will happen? Yeah, he will rise again the next day. Something will happen. Okay. How heavy is it? Is it too heavy to just carry around? It's 50 units. It's not too bad. I think we should carry it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? How bad could it be?
At least things have stayed interesting. Moving ahead.
Maybe a few dead cats.
Anything else around here? Oh, struck a match.
Come on, let's go. Hello.
Okay, anything else here?
Uh-huh.
Flower and bloom as I know you can.
Okay. Here, yeah, this is the one who got mad at us. Right. Cabinet here. The Amiable Art of Necromancy. This is a different necromancy book. It is. Let's read it. An excerpt from Cherish Hollow's The Amiable Art of Necromancy. It's a lonely, lonely world for a young woman in the modern culture of necromancy. She chafes against the shibboleth who needs necromancy. What could such a gross thing possibly be for? These questions are very valid. I hope my answer satisfies. Necromancy is a social magic. I have a zombie, Mr. Nascent Owens, under my thrall. Now, he remembers absolutely nothing of his past life. He only knows his new one I've given him. He derives a large amount of pleasure from, say, getting me tea, administering a stinky but relaxing back rub, or eating the brains of my enemies. The spiritual implications are pretty profound here, right? Here's a husk, imbued with purpose, given a direction, made useful in the most economic sense, and happy in the metaphysical sense. So who needs necromancy? We who demand a chance to challenge the whole death thing, because we're weird and lonely, and we like having friends as much as anyone. Who the hell is Cherish Hollow? There's something of a deranged lunatic in a fun way. I think I've read that book too.
No one
Right back in Act 2, I think? Okay. Oh, Nobleman regards us.
Oh, I could go
Let's take
for a
that.
good meal. Ooh.
Elven Eminence. Seen that one as well. Can't reach. Fair enough.
Hey.
Alright, let's proceed up.
Flower and bloom as I know you
Not much there. Twisting vines. You really? Purple. There. Carafe of wine, cup of water. Philgrave's mansion. Please understand. Note. Please, Father Carrion, I beg of you. I just need a little more time to earn back enough to pay your fee. My house was ransacked. I have nothing left. I can hardly put food on the table. Is this their house? They occupied it or something? They took it over? Father Carrion?
Open up.
I guess so. Because it's not Father Carrion's mansion. It's Philgrave's. Okay. Here. Disorders of the Nerves and Mind. A treatise. A medical compendium describing varied mental disturbances and their treatments. By cleric physician Glenn Earl Mack. Haven't I read this one? Is this the one about Saravok? Okay. Let's see, let's send that. Well, no, I'll add to wares. Okay, over here. Alright. Here. I feel like what's the over-under on Saravok appearing in some form? You know? Right, like after the Emperor reveal, I feel like anything's on the table, honestly, you know? I feel like anything is within the realm of possibility now. You know, like now that has happened, I don't know. What else could fucking surprise me more than that? Right? Is there a single Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 throwback that would shock me more? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Huh. Who would surprise me? Maybe, yeah, okay, you know what? Gorion. Alright, you know what? If they bring back Gorion, somehow, that would shock me, you know? Having either of any of the major villains from Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 come back, I mean, they've already had, like, kind of one come back at least. Any of them come back, and that's not gonna surprise me at this point, right? Having, Gorion's ward even come back in some form or another, you know, have mention of them, that's definitely not gonna surprise me. But if Gorion himself somehow manifested, that would surprise me. That would actually, you got me. Alright. Let's see, I'm sending that to Gale. Can't search this row of books for whatever reason. Hopefully there's nothing important inside. I can't search this row of book either. Double doors are sturdily locked. A cabinet here, filled with nothing. Oh, look at this. There's some people spearing a bunch of beholders, looking like a fucking symphony of the night over here, fighting Medusa heads. Okay. Cabinet filled with healing potion. Send that to Jaheira. Okay. Cabinet here. Take the money. Vase, probably. Oh, it actually does have good stuff in it. Silver cake stand. Dunking that up. Another vase. Yeah. Ochre jelly slime. Cool. Rectus. Nothing here. Moldering coffins. Okay. Oh, there's the axe. The hand axe we had her throw. Okay. Tiger mist. What is this? Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
Flower and bloom as I know you can.
Okay.
What to do?
What if I look through
my
this
way.
door? What does this go to? It's kind of an expansive room. Okay. Do I have a key for it, actually? I do. Oh. This must be where the stink comes from. Okay. Sure. Well, I wonder what this lever is for.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Is it the door? Or is it something else? Oh, you know what? Maybe it was this door, which I knocked down. Okay. Oh. Let's go back into this war room.
That smell. These corpses aren't the freshest.
Okay. I mean, what do you think it's worse? Are we thinking that this actually stinks even worse than what we went through at the end of Act 2 at the Mind Flayer colony or whatever? Skull. Missing its bottom jaw. And its body. Okay. I appreciate that. How is that the first time we've seen such a skull? How come we haven't seen that one before? Viscera. Soul coin. Send that to Karlak. Got a bone saw. For that, our adventures in Act 2. Ooh, there's a butt here. Severed pelvis. Maggots and flies cover the open legs, crawling over and under each other in search of a place to feed. Oh, it's actually wearing pants. Okay. So, yeah, I guess it's severed. They didn't declothe them. Okay.
Hey ho.
I don't know, maybe that's because I have the
Gimme.
nudity filter on. Would there normally be like a whole ass? Would the ass just be out? I can't imagine that, right? They wouldn't do extra art. Would they? I don't know. Maybe, shit, maybe they would. Who knows what the hell they're capable of. And look, this is another secret door. Bag of rotten food. Severed torso. Can we assemble a whole person or something? Look at all this. Ugh. Okay. It's back here. Tiny bathroom. Oh. Body storage. And a ladder.
Where's the steel watch when you need 'em?
Okay.
I've got a long road ahead.
Did I get to see the room where the ladder leads? I don't think so. Is this a different... Oh yeah, it is. Gosh, it goes even deeper still. That plaque on the outside. Yeah, Philgrave's mansion. Can I read it from here? Can't. Wooden trunk. Should I go through the hatch? I don't know that I should. Actually, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna hold off on that until we explore the higher floors too. Okay. And look, I love the imprints of the missing everything. The missing paintings. Because this room was very, very tall. Very high ceiling room.
How's a dead cat making a stink like that?
Okay, let's quick save and head on up here. Oh my. More bodies. Red carmine mask. Okay. Oh, here's a proper door on the top. Okay. So there was an entry point. I just missed it like a fool. Fair enough. Let's examine this mask. Dyed as red is gladiatorial blood. Okay, well, that's a little...
Soldier.
Why would we say that? Who's writing these?
For me.
Let's get these. Guess we'll take the mask. Uh-oh, feet. This foot has been roughly chopped off at the ankle. Oh, you know what? We saw some back at the goblin camp, huh? I'll send that hat to camp. I don't know, maybe we'll need it. Okay. It'll be funny. I'm anticipating in our Dark Urge playthrough. Gonna go through and be like, oh yeah, why would I need this or whatever, you know? What purpose does this serve? None. Immediately vendor it, that way we can buy some more trash or whatever, right? And may turn out, what if we actually do need it? Because we end up going a different route somewhere. And unexpectedly we need a certain item. And I've sold it. You know what, so be it. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. We played it very carefully here. With regards to keeping items. At least as far as I know. Who knows, maybe I've already sold off some VIP item. Okay. Old pendant. Though this necklace looks simple in design, the tiny filigreed triangles holding the gemstone in place demonstrate the jeweler's skill. Okay. Damn, they put a targeting reticle on. Adding that.
Well, I'm at it.
Balcony entrance. Oh, we don't have the key for this?
Despite everything.
Yeah, okay, I'll
My
pick it.
tool will do the trick.
I guess we would have had the magic inventory. Oh, shit. Okay, let's do thieves' tools. There. Been a while since I had to do that. To be fair, it is a really hefty lock. Bones and whatnot. Okay. 8.
Flower and bloom as I knew.
Anything on this upper section of the house? I don't think so. Here, we can split Karlak
What a
off and have her
charmer.
jump up. Go. Maybe there's like a loose plank or something.
Cure you of your pestilence. You have my word.
Maybe no loose plank.
What am I supposed to do?
Yep.
Have miscreants creeping around?
Jump up here. Loose plank up top. Okay. But there is another floor to all of this. Oh look, this window you can actually go through. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is actually an open window. If you were like a bird or something, you could fly right into it. I would assume. I don't know. Can Jahira turn into a bird?
Well, certainly waiting.
No, she can't. Maybe that's barred for only shape-shifting druids to be able to turn into a bird? Maybe? Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I remember. At the beginning of this playthrough, when I was researching what classes I thought I would want to play as, another one really high up on my potential list was Transmutation Wizard. And I'm pretty sure they can actually turn into a bird. Right? It's like one of their higher rank capabilities. Which doesn't sound all too impressive, but you know what? I guess it kind of is. For the sake of exploration and like scouting and whatnot. Kind of decent. I wonder if it functions the same way as like wild shaping. Where if you get killed as a bird, you just turn into a person. Oh. Huh. What in the world? So how do we get to the tippy top then? Oh, is it because this room just has high ceilings? Is that it? Maybe that's it.
Feel that? Necromantic energy coming out of this one.
Out of what? Of the beggar's portrait?
Wanna dance?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Okay. Well, I won't use that just yet. Let's look in the chest. Has no lock. Right? Okay, what have we got? Written exercises. A series of writing exercises outlined by Thrumbo, addressed to my brothers. Beneath the exercises, several misguided attempts to write the letters of the alphabet. None successful. Send to camp. Send that to Karlach. Oh my god, a diamond. Elixir of bark skin and guileful movement.
Awaken, little one.
Okay, let's look at this necromantic painting. Ooh, an arcana check. What? Oh my god, I did it. Item received Thrumbo's note. What? I passed an arcana check and it gave me a note? The painting did? Today's abuse was the final straw. We are out of here. Carrion's reach extends only so far. Gather whatever money you can scrape together and give it to me. I'm going to buy a small boat and we're going to row to freedom. Spread out and hide until tomorrow night, and then meet me at the usual spot on the beach. And for the love of Mask, make sure Carrion doesn't see this note. Maybe swallow it. Huh. A note hidden beneath the canvas, I say. Okay. Well, I don't think we killed a Thrumbo.
Should mind my stab.
What's the story?
Have I met a Thrumbo? I don't think I have.
Phew.
Let's see. Was this actually just a... Yeah, look, I've looted. Okay, it's the same floor. Oh, okay.
Never a dull moment.
Well, I think we go into the basement now.
Moving in.
Or we go down the hatch.
I will cure you of your...
Okay, over here. Good, good, good. Then let's do a quick save just in case we get down here and get obliterated or something else happens. Alright. I'm assuming this is maybe just another entry point, and this will take us to the sewers. You know? Philgrave's mansion basement? No. It's not yet. Oh, all this. Is that another false wall right there? Could be. Okay. Any booby traps down here? No. Autumn crocus, weave moss. A delight. Carla, can you reach that? Cannot. Okay. How about the incense? Yeah, there we go. I had to try it again. I almost couldn't believe it. Bronze keg. Unidentifiable bits of food are dried into the spigot affixed to this large pot. Unidentifiable bits of food. You see, this is like a consideration that I've learned. Somewhere in my 20s, my mid to late 20s, it occurred to me. Oh my gosh, whenever I get or go shopping for like a vessel of some kind, or like a cooking ware, a cooking implement, anything like that. To me, what is like perhaps of one of the, I wouldn't say paramount importance, because its normal function is probably the most paramount of importance when it comes to something about cooking. But maybe perhaps of like secondary or tertiary importance would have to be the ease at which you can clean that, you know? Like, I don't want to fuck around with some fiddly little groove inside of something that's just going to collect all kinds of nasty crap, you know? It gives me the ick. It literally grosses me out, right? The idea that there's like a little groove that I can't quite get to or whatever, you know? And true enough, maybe you run it over some like hot enough water and they'll get it out of there. But I don't know. It's never quite good. Or here's a better one yet. When it comes to getting mugs or cups or anything like that, like a glass for water or a drink, of major consideration to me is how easy it is to clean, right? I love a heavy, so it's not so easy to knock over and it feels weighty, you know? It feels good to hold. A weighty, but also large-mouthed cup. You know, that way you can get in there and scrub it properly when it needs it. You know, I don't want any, like, really thin to where it's difficult for me to get in there with a scrub, you know? I don't want, like, a thin, small mouth open, you know? They make those implements that have, like, a little stick with a scrub on them. But, let me tell you, I trust those about as much as I trust a fucking autosave in a role-playing game, you know? I don't trust a little fucking scrub attached to a stick. You think I trust that? Please, come on. I cannot nearly leverage that enough inside of a thin cup to get it cleaned properly. No, sir. I have zero confidence in that. Alright, let's send this potion to Jaheira. And same goes for, like, these novelty mugs. My god. If it's one of the novelty mugs are like one of the wildest gifts that you just end up with. You know, you don't even like them necessarily, but they're, you know what? Of the sort of culinary world, they're the Funko Pops of the culinary world in that they are gifted to people because it's like, oh, this person has, I know that this, and you know what? I appreciate the thought, right? First and foremost, let's get out of the way. We all appreciate the thought. And nobody wants to be the huge asshole who's like, you know what? I really didn't want a Funko Pop. I really didn't want a novelty mug, right? I got enough things to drink from, right? I didn't need a mug shaped like Vault Boy, right? I don't want to have to reach in there and clean around inside of his head. You know, it's a pain in the ass, especially if there's a groove right at his noggin or whatever. Ugh, a little lip there. Gosh, what, you want me to put tea or coffee in this thing? It's gonna get in there and go bad. God, what a pain. What a pain in the ass. Thanks for giving me work. Thanks for the gift of work. These are things which should simplify the lives of humanity and society. This should bring us joy, right? There's craft and attention to details gone into the idea originally of just making things a little bit easier, right? You know, that way we could have a cup instead of drinking out of our hands. Well, I don't want a cup where I have to, like, crane around in there and potentially miss something because I can't see it because I'm a fucking idiot, right? Am I going to be able to get some old fucking, like, coffee creamer out of the corner of this little fucking weirdly shaped mug? God, I don't know. I don't want to be slurping it if it is. Will it kill me? Probably not. Will it maybe build up some sort of power inside of me? Maybe. But I don't want that going on. I don't want that kind of power. I don't want that kind of power. My God. I don't want to run the risk of gaining a power. God, what do you think I am? A fucking warlock? Yeah, that's my patron. That's my warlock's patron. It's a fucked up mug, right? Suspiciously clean mug, right? And it's actually dirty. It's a weird shape, right? It's got like a little nostril or whatever because it's in the shape of like a fucking Santa Claus or something like that. And it's got a little nose and there's just a little smidgen of some kind of like old coffee in there, right? It's got creamer or milk or something in it, you know? And then it just festers. It festers within. Ugh. A curse most foul. Sorry, this is one of my, listen, like I said, as I had entered adulthood, I very quickly, well, I don't know about very quickly, but I eventually honed in on this preference. And frankly, this hatred, this disdain, right? And like I said, these are things that are frequently gifted because it's so simple to be like, oh, I know that this person in my life enjoys, and you know, if you were, here's the catcher though, right? When it comes to that, it has to be someone who's close to you, but not close enough to know that you do actually fucking hate this, right? They're close enough to know that you have a unique interest in something or the other, and they're like, oh, I'll get them this. It's a mug themed around like a fictional universe or one of their hobbies or something, you know, and it's themed around this or whatever, right? And they'll love it. And you know what? Sure. It's the thought that counts, right? But the practicality of it counts for shit, right? And like I said, people you're really close to will already know. And they would see this and they would snicker. They would laugh. They would think, huh, I actually know the truth. That this person fucking hates this shit. Right? Oh my gosh. I know that this man hates a weird shaped mug. There we are. Over there. Good. And let alone the fact that, you know, at a certain point, you just arrive at a threshold in your life where you realize, I got all these mugs. Where are these things fucking coming from? People love to gift you a mug, you know? I feel like I've been trying to hit my stride recently with my go-to mug. Like a year or two ago, I don't even know now. Time is, who could say? I bought, after I finished Pentiment, the incredible game, Pentiment. Absolutely loved Pentiment. No spoilers for Pentiment. But, loved it so much, I bought...
Something over there.
Talking about that hole? Karlak, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, you are. I can barely see part of the beam. Of ping effect. Yeah, there it is. I wonder where it goes to. Real. Okay. But, I bought a mug. And I made sure of this. They had 2 on offer. They had like a smallish one and they had a large one. And I knew, hell yes, I'm getting the enormous mug that's going to be easy as hell to clean. And let me tell you, since I've gotten that mug, it has been my go-to fucking mug, right? I've talked about this before in the past, I think. I've touched on it. It's my go-to mug. And I am eager to let people know in my life that this is my favorite mug. This is my go-to mug. This is the only mug that I ever use, right? There has to have been like some kind of emergency where I'm unable to clean this mug every day. But I use it for my coffee. I use it for tea. I use it for almost anything. If I'm making like a hot chocolate or something, chances are I'm going to be using this mug, right? I've used it so much that I've like faded part of the little design on it by the lip, right? I've got the stain inside of it a bit, which, you know, is funny given, right? Could there be some sort of festering there? I don't know. I don't understand how it works. I think it's just color, right? It's just coloration, right? It's a patina, as it were. What's the source of it? Who can say? Who can say what the source of the patina is? Don't worry about it. It's fine. I scrubbed it with enough force. I used the torque of my flaming fist upon this mug, and I ensured that it was good to go, right? God, we are so... what has happened? Okay. But, I made sure to sort of hint. It's like the opposite of hinting to someone, a loved one or a friend, family, you know, hinting to them, oh, I really like this. It's like Christmas is coming up. My birthday is coming up. Our anniversary is coming up. Oh, let me just drop a little hint. Oh, my dear beloved, I sure wish I had a lovely pair of underwear or so, just whatever the fuck, right? This is the inverse of it. Oh, my dear beloved, I could nary wish for another mug in my entire life. For this one is the one that suffices in all cases. This is my favorite mug. This is my most beloved mug. It is the one that shall see me through, perhaps to the end of my days. And that is dropping the hint that I don't want a mug. Don't give me a novelty mug. I have already chosen, right? The mug choice has been made. Right? I don't need the mug. Please no. Right? And yet, you know, shit just happens. Like I said, sometimes somebody didn't get the memo, somebody didn't get clued into it, or you have like a fucking secret Santa or whatever, right? Holy shit. That's where you get fucked on stuff like that, left and right. Right? That's where all the mugs come from. God, that's what I should do. Honestly, that's what I should do. I should wreak havoc upon the world. Look, I've identified the problem. Maybe now it's time to fulfill the role of villain. And just every time I go to a Secret Santa event or whatever, or something like that, God, Funko Pops and extra mugs all the damn time. Holy shit. Good lord. Necromantic codices. They're enigmas. Stamps in the end papers indicate this book was once part of the library of the High Heralds, when they occupied Moonrise Towers. The librarian summary reads as follows. Very old scholarly treatise about obscure necromantic tomes and codices, their mystic and arcane locks, and how to unlock and decipher them. At the end, the librarian appended the following note. Urgent request from researcher Ilan Toth to borrow this book officially denied. Stated casual interest in the notorious necromancy of Thay is a clear warning sign that his interest is anything but casual. Oh, well, we know this. In any event, this isn't even the book he wants. That's the Tharkarite Codex. Maybe we did read this for real. Back at the Sorcerer's Sundries. Oil of Bane. Oil of Bane. We should have found this one at the fucking fireworks store, huh? You know what I'm saying? Oil of Bane? Huh? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Fuck you, Laugh Riot. That was worth $1 million of your fucking Fucking monocle wearing jackass. Who the fuck did that guy think he was? God, if I... man, there should be a... I don't know what the fuck necessarily Dark Urge entails, but I can guess. And I hope that when I'm there talking to that fucking guy in the next playthrough, oh, I hope I get a fucking Dark Urge. I hope an urge overcomes me. The cloying scent of this oil makes one feel foolish, ill-prepared, and not quite worthy. Okay. Guess we'll send it to Astarion. Get these potions to Jaheira. Books there. Anything else? More incense. I'll take it. By the way, has Astarion's extra cool weapon, like, vanished again? Yeah, it did. How can this be? Do I have to resummon it every time I load up the game or something? Maybe that's what's crashing the game. Maybe because we did the rest.
Still alive.
Does it dissipate on a
progress.
long rest or a short rest? Maybe that's it. Okay. Elixir of necrotic resistance. A mummy's memories. Some mortals might wonder why a mummy lord would abandon a subterranean crypt where he has abided for several human lifetimes, safely conducting delicate experiments into the very nature of life and its so-called opposite, death, and trade all that for a perilous existence in the ramshackle waterfront house in the cesspit of Baldur's Gate. Some mortals might be morons, an entity of erudition and taste must naturally have a keen appreciation for what the surface world has to offer. The lilt of music and the lyricism of poetry, the cry of seagulls over Grey Harbor at sunset, touch of a soft, non-decayed hand. You don't need a nose to savor a fine wine. All of these things and more I have earned through my dedication to esoteric studies. But all of these things, as well as rare alchemy ingredients, alembics, and athanors, cost money. A lot of it. Thus, my new career as a high-priced and exclusive mystic consultant to the wealthy of the Upper City. I have needs, and they will not be denied. You are a luxury few can afford.
What the hell was Carrion doing down here?
Let's move.
Okay. Can I pick it up? We'll take it. Bottle rack. Ocean of Invis. You know what? I'll take that. We have bore witness to the value of an Invis pot. No? Big pot. Look at that. Big pot. Okay, let's send this to Karlach. Bottled tentacles. Bottle rack with some real nasty shit on it. Okay, over here. Scroll of Cloudkill, I think, there. Gale.
Another step forward.
Okay. So none of these are actually false walls, right? Right. Send that nasty shit to camp. Anything back behind here? There kind of is. I'll check this barrel. Oh, it's filled with good food. What the hell? Okay. Bottle rack there. So I'll take that. Potion of animal speaking. So can I pass through this hole? Honestly, it looks like I could. It looks halfling sized. Like, I don't know if the rest of the team could, but I think I can. Hell yes. Now where am I?
What's that?
Oh, this is a pile of shit. Okay. Sure. Oh, and there. Yeah, look at that. Hole. That's the lower level. Look at all this shit here. Oh, it's from the battle. I see. Okay.
Seems simple
Now
enough.
let's head back in. Can I actually reach it? God, I think I can. I have to jump down. I have to jump and wiggle. Okay. Let's head on up. Okay. Ladder. Oh, wait. Is the rest of the team not following? Oh, yeah. Hang on, let's go back down. Get everyone together. Then let's go back up. Go through the normal way, that way we can all proceed together as one cohesive unit.
Supposed to do then? Miscreants creeping around? A stink like death itself?
Okay. And we'll go out this way. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll just call it here for now. Yeah. We'll call it here for now. When next we return, our adventures in the lower city continue evermore, right? We've got plenty more places. I don't think we can access this section. I call it a hunch, but that looks low level of detail. Just set dressing, right? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, totally. But more of this stuff down here, these, whatever this situation is, this weird watery gazebo or whatever, right? There's people chatting. Maybe we can sneak in and then finally work our way up to one of these buildings that are barred off, barricaded. All right. Until next time, please take care of each other.